Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Crepe Myrtle Row. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my dining room decorated for Easter. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I love to thrift. And 90% of my home is thrifted. So just about everything you see in here came from a thrift store at some point. You know, I've been collecting for years, so I have a lot of stuff. The other thing I must warn you about, I am not a minimalist. As you can plainly see here in this shot alone, I am very much a maximalist. If it's got an empty space, it needs to be covered. And before we get started, one thing I'll point out, for those of you who have been following me, you'll notice that the color of the walls here are different. I used to have them in what was called Georgia clay, and now they are in this dark blue. And I don't remember the name right offhand for it. If anybody wants to know it, you can leave me a comment below and I'll try to remember and look it up for you. But let's just get started here with my table. And my camera might be a little jerky at times. I'm trying out a new little handheld piece. So I apologize if it does kind of jerk around for you. I'm trying to learn to use this. So here we got a vintage tablecloth. And then that dough bowl there is not a vintage one. I've purchased it new. And then I have my little flower garden planted in this. I had something totally different in mind when I did it. I wanted to, you know, have like all the daffodils together, all the irises, the tulips, to look like it was actually growing in a garden. And unfortunately, I just could not get it to look like I wanted it to look. So I ended up just putting it all in the center and making it look like a floral arrangement. Here is what it looks like from the top. This was a thrifted find, this shelf unit. All of that was the plates on the wall, everything. All of that was thrifted. And then I have, these are ceramic eggs in that basket. That little chick there is a recent thrift find. I will be doing another thrift store find video coming soon. I'm not sure when it will come out, before this one or after this one, because I try to film several at a time, and then I'm not really sure which order I will be posting them. So just keep an eye out for that. That was in one of the latest thrift store finds I had. That Fitz and Floyd, I think is what it is. Cabbage bowl, and then that rabbit there, and that one over there. I painted those. I used to paint for a shop back when I was putting myself through college. I painted those kind of figurines. They were called pecan resin, and I painted them for a shop, and they were sent all over the U.S. And then there's that shelf. Kind of justice. That tin back there is a new thrifted find. I loved all those flowers on it. And of course another rabbit that I had painted. And then that whole thing. This rabbit used to be just a white ceramic with flowers, and it wasn't painted very well, so I tried to make it look like a concrete one. And you can't tell on the camera too good, but it has what looks like moss. I painted it to look like moss, but it's not quite enough, so I'm gonna go back and add a little bit more of that to it. So we get up here, is the top of my cabinet. And all of this, with the exception of the greenery, was thrifted, including, you can see up there, some books that I'm using to sit stuff on to make it sit upright. But I just loved that big platter. And then there's another rabbit. And everything up here, I think, was, well, not everything. There will be one chick thing. If you've watched my recent shopping haul, you'll notice one thing. And then the green jadeite plates, those were Pioneer Woman from Walmart. But the rest of this was all thrifted. My little kissing bunnies. I dropped and broke the ear off of each one, and then the one on the right here, I can't find the tip of it. I think it's rolled up under this hutch. So I've got to get something up under there, see if I can get a broom to fit up under there and find it, because I've looked this room over and can't find it. That's the chick I was talking about. I just purchased that from the Christmas tree shops. And then this is a recent thrift find, the little milk glass. And in my last shopping haul, you seen the little faux tulips there I got from Michael's, and just put them down in there with some moss. And then this shelf, those kissing rabbits I think might have come from Michael's a few years ago. And then these little rabbits were mine when I was a little girl. I was scared of getting water in my face when I was about 4 or 5 years old. So my mom kept these on the kitchen windowsill, and she would lay me across the counter and wash my hair, and I would sit there and play with those and make them look like they were kissing, just like they're sitting now. And that would keep me occupied while she washed my hair, and then she would put them back up on the kitchen windowsill. And then that is a recent thrift store find. I've shown in a recent haul. And then this bunny here, and I'll show you the other one on the other side, the girl. My mom painted that. She used to teach painting classes. And see, his little book says, Tell a Peter Rabbit. But I just love those. And I have another one that you'll see, I'll probably use it in my living room, that I painted like the girl. I'll go ahead and show you her over here. And I did mine in the mauve color, but with like a mint green in the dress instead of the blue. And I painted it for my little girl. Well, she was my little girl. She's almost going to be 26 here this week, as a matter of fact. But I had it for her room, but these were my mom's. And then you can see the little cross there, and it's got the doves. Oops, sorry guys. Like I said, I apologize for any sudden movements while I'm learning how to use this handheld piece. But this is a big platter. I think it was copper at one time, or copper plated, and someone painted it, because where it's got scratches, there's copper under there. But I think it's just plating, so I couldn't get that paint off. But it's very heavy. And some eggs and lettuce. There's some fairy kissing the bird. And then there is the plate. So I'll explain to you. I know I have a lot of bunnies and all this other Easter decor, but for me, the most important thing about Easter is my Savior, Jesus Christ. You know, He died for me on that cross, and I thank Him for His sacrifice every day. So that is the most important part of Easter to me, but I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying the other little things, you know, the bunnies and the chicks and stuff. So I just have to make sure I have Him represented in there. So that is that. We will go over and look at the tree. Okay, here is my Easter tree. This year I have decided to leave this tree out year-round and do it for each holiday. I always have one here at Christmas. And I have done a fall tree, not in here, but in my living room with this particular tree. It's like a champagne colored actual tree itself. But this year I thought I would try doing all of the holidays. So starting with the ears, I made those out of felt and just traced them out. So I got like 2 pieces of felt, hot glued around the edges, hot glued the pink felt on there. And then I took a wire hanger, grabbed it in the middle of the long piece, and pulled it out to make the point up there. and then just bent it all so it was that oval shape. Took where the actual hook and hanger part was and straightened that out to be the point. So I didn't glue the end down here. I left it open so I could, you know, just had to squeeze like that, squeeze the wire up and then stick it in there, and then it opened back up to keep it full. And then that's how I was able to bend that ear. And then if you look there, you can kind of see the shape of the hanger inside there. And then that bow I made last year from some Dollar Tree ribbon, and all of the other things, most of the florals on here came from Dollar Tree. I think I might have bought one bunch at Walmart and just cut it apart. I think this purple one, I just took apart sections of it. And then those were thrifted. These here, Dollar Tree sells these clusters of little styrofoam balls in individual colors. They don't sell them like this. I bought all the different colors, cut them apart, and then put in there. They're like little 3 of these together on one little stem. So then I just put one stem of all the different colors, mixed them up, took some floral tape and tape to make one big pick. And then as you'll see throughout the tree, I've got those all in here. These were purchased at the Christmas tree shops. And then these, if you follow me on Instagram, I got a reel that shows this. These were candy containers from the Dollar Tree. They had that powder candy in them. This top screws off. And then I just poked a hole down in the top there and tied that into a knot and thread it through that hole so that I would have little ornaments. And there's like feather boas from the Dollar Tree. And then that tree skirt is actually just a baby blanket, but the colors made me think of Easter. So, and then my tree here, I mean not my tree, the chair here, I have a blanket on there that's kind of Easter colors. I still got things to do for that. I'm going to make some bunny pillows, a carrot pillow. I've got several other crafting projects that I'm going to do, and I will put them in this chair. So those videos will also be coming up this month sometime. I'm just going to try to do the whole month of March as spring decor because Easter comes so early this year. I mean, I think it's like the first week of April. And that way you'll have ideas and maybe some inspiration to start yours. So over here, I have a little roll around cart that I use in my kitchen when I need like a little kitchen island or extra counter space, especially like around Thanksgiving or whatever. And I store some of my baking things. There's some drawers there and I store some baking things in it. And this is on wheels and it has 2 little sides that flip out to give me more space. But on here I store, or I don't store, I changed this up. But right now I have the mixer that was my grandmother's, and she used to bake cakes for me on my birthday all the time. That measuring cup there, that was my mother-in-law's. The other one was just a thrifted item. This cabbage bowl, my aunt made me. She used to do ceramics. The duck is a thrifted item. That was my grandmother's, and then that's a thrifted item. And of course the vintage book, and I just loved the graphics on that book for Easter. And then if you've been following me, you know, for a while, last year I thrifted this picture here, and it just speaks spring to me with those sheep and everything. And then up here I changed this out. I normally have a big frame with vintage utensils hanging on it, and I do have a video for that if you wanted to look under the DIY things. But for spring, I just brought these pictures back out that I had for a while, and because the other's red and white, and it was just a little bold, the red and white with my spring color, so I just took it down and put those back up, and I'll bring them, you know, the utensil pieces back out probably in the summer. And then here is my tiered tray. And as you can see, I've got all kinds of little goodies in there. Excuse me. That picnic basket there with the, or not a picnic basket, it's just like the Easter basket. It's got the little eggs in it. I made that probably 20 something years ago. I don't even know where I got the little eggs or the little basket. Can't remember now, but. And then we have the Peep, little plush Peep there. That was from Dollar General this year, plus the little wooden sign. You may have seen me thrift that miniature plate with the Lord's Prayer on it. Got a little lamb back there, the chocolate looking bunny. Come up on the other shelf. This chick you will see in a thrifted haul coming up. We got some lambs there. Again, all that stuff was thrifted. And then the plate up here with that lamb. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you don't already subscribe to me, I would love for you to do so. Hit that notification bell. You'll get notified each time I upload a video. Come over to Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all of those platforms. I'm Crepe Myrtle Row on there also. And this video is going to come out on a Friday. I have been posting on Sundays, but I'm going to put this one on Friday. And I think from now on, I'm going to change to post on Friday. So that gives everyone a little more time over the weekend to be able to check out the videos. If you see something you like, it gives you time to go shopping and or get some inspiration to do things more so than wait until Sundays to do it. So from now on, and I'll put a community post announcing that too. But I hope y'all enjoyed this and y'all have a very blessed day. Bye.